Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Zambia's ICT sector surpasses mining in growth, says Technology and Science Minister. Zambia prioritizing climate resilient livestock through private sector partnerships. And US seizes oil tanker of Venezuela as Caracas condemns act of piracy. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and live on our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. The Zambia Congress of Trade Unions, together with several other labor markets and movement organizations, have thrown its weight behind Constitutional Amendment Bill Number 7, currently before Parliament. Speaking during a courtesy call at the State House this afternoon, leaders of the labor movement expressed confidence that the proposed amendments will strengthen governance and improve worker representation in national decision making. They also commended government for what they described as an ongoing commitment to consultation with key stakeholders. President Hakainde Hichilema, who hosted the delegation, welcomed the union's stance, saying government values dialogue with organized labor as an essential part of the country's democratic process. Bill number 7 continues to attract debate nationwide as it moves through the legislative process.
Who has made that possible? It's the skills that are organized properly by you, the leaders sitting here. We can take the banking sector, we can take the energy sector, we can take the education sector, the tools. We can take the judiciary. How do we appear in court? It doesn't just happen. There are processes, there are people, Amale, who are dedicated to providing justice. And when we appear in court, we take it for granted. Think of the medical field. Think of many other areas, pensions, everything.
Technology and Science Minister Felix Mtati says Zambia's information and communication technology sector is now the fastest growing segment of the economy, contributing more to national growth than the mining industry. Speaking during the 2025 ICT Innovation Program Award ceremony, Mr. Mtati revealed that the ICT sector is expanding at a rate of 17.4%, highlighting its increasing importance in job creation, innovation, and national development. Over 500 applications were received this year, with 100 innovators undergoing training, mentorship, and technical development. The minister stressed the need for resilient technological infrastructure capable of withstanding future demands, noting that strong digital systems are essential for sustaining the country's economic progress. Mr. Mutati called for continued collaboration among government, industry, and innovators to ensure that Zambia remains competitive in the evolving digital landscape.
So when we say that the ICT is the fastest growing sector in this economy, growing at 17.4%, contributing more than 45% of GDP, greater than the mining sector, greater than any sector, it's because we have got innovators like Tapas, who are contributing $1 million from the innovation ecosystem, and there are many more.
And Zicta Director General Engineer Collins Mbulo says the 2025 Information Communication and Technology Innovation Program continues to play a key role in promoting digital talent among Zambia's youth. He congratulated the top 10 finalists, urging them to build sustainable solutions that address national challenges. Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock Permanent Secretary Max Chombe has reaffirmed government's commitment to strengthening partnerships with the private sector to build climate-resilient livestock systems in Zambia. Dr. Chombe reiterated this during a breakfast meeting organized by the African Group of Negotiators, Experts, Support, Agnes, and GIZ in Zambia. The interactive meeting drew participation from government officials, private companies, development partners, and livestock industry stakeholders. Speaking during the event, Dr. Chombe said the livestock sector remains a critical contributor to the national economy and rural livelihoods, amounting and accounting for nearly 42% of agricultural GDP. He noted that Zambia's livestock population, including cattle, goats, pigs, sheep, and poultry, represents both an economic backbone and a social safety net for millions of households. African Group of Negotiators Expert Support Agnes, team leader Dr. George Wamukoya, applauded the government led by President Hakainde Hichilema for creating an enabling environment for private sector led growth through policy reforms, improved service delivery, and expanded public private partnerships. The engagement with private sector players forms part of broader government initiatives to modernize the sector, reduce climate vulnerabilities, and support smallholder farmers. COMESA Secretary General Chileshe Kapwepwe has officially received letters of credence from four newly accredited special representatives to the regional bloc. Their credentials were presented by British High Commissioner Rebecca Artisan, German Ambassador Soink Simon, Serbian Ambassador Jasna Novic, and Palestinian Ambassador Elian Kishwani during a ceremony held today at the COMESA Secretariat in Lusaka. Mrs. Kapwepwe congratulated the envoys on their appointments, saying their accreditation reflects their government's commitment to strengthening cooperation with COMESA in areas such as regional integration, peace, and sustainable development. She highlighted COMESA's role as one of Africa's largest regional economic communities, noting its achievements since 1994 in promoting trade liberalization, investment, and economic cooperation across 21 member states. The Secretary General also highlighted key areas of partnerships with United Kingdom, Germany, Serbia, and Palestine, including support for climate action, renewable energy, digitalization, value chain development, peace building, and private sector growth. Mrs. Kapwepwe further revealed that COMESA is finalizing its 2026-2030 medium-term strategic plan, which will focus on consolidating regional markets, boosting productive activity and capacities, improving infrastructure and digital connectivity, and promoting gender and youth empowerment. Government has called for deeper cross-border collaboration in the Eastern and Southern African region to help address rising health, climate, and food system threats affecting the region. Speaking when he officially opened a two-day regional One Health conference for Eastern and Southern Africa in Lusaka, Health Minister Elijah Muchima says it's sad that the region has continued to face health threats challenges that have been brought about due to climate change, population pressures, rapid urbanization, and increasing interactions between humans. Dr. Mchima added that livestock and wildlife are also reshaping the disease landscape, resulting in more zoonotic outbreaks, growing antimicrobial resistance, and persistent food safety threats in the region. He appealed to the delegates from the Southern and Eastern African region to focus on strengthening governance, enhancing integrated surveillance, investing in climate informed early warning systems, and advancing domestic financing or for prevention.
Joint treatment of zoonotic diseases, surveillance, antimicrobial resistance monitoring, climate health surveillance, food safety, and environmental risk management. Through these platforms, Zambia has strengthened joint risk assessment, accelerated health protection and response, and improved community engagement. Practical results have been demonstrated in areas such as rabies control, anthrax response, aflatoxin mitigation, and climate sensitivity disease.
Meanwhile, a representative of the SADC Secretariat, Lamboli Kumboneki, called for more funds towards eradicating diseases that have been brought about due to climate change.
And the Executive Secretary, who is Mr. Elias Mahosi, who couldn't be here due to some competing priorities as well. However, as SADC, we remain committed to the agenda of One Health, as you've seen. And we would like also to thank our member states to responding to this invitation and always showing that great commitment. The SADC region, we can pride ourselves as one of the most beautiful, the best region in Africa, in the world. This is a region where you have breathtaking landscape. It has been mentioned here that we have the Cape Town, the Table Mountain. We have in the land of the brave, you have that where the ocean, one of the few places where the ocean meets the desert.
And speaking at the same event, Center for Disease Control representative Yawandi Alimi expressed concern that Africa has recorded 63% of animals' diseases to human on the last 10 years, and it has reached up to 63% of animals' disease. And in other news trending this evening, the Department of Immigration in Kushi district has detained 3 undocumented Ethiopian nationals for illegal entry and stay in the country following a fatal road traffic accident that occurred in the late hours of Tuesday, 9 December 2025 in the Mpalasha area of Mkushi district. Preparations for the Zambia 2026 Continental Energy and Infrastructure Investment Forum are advancing as the country positions itself to host the major investment forum for the first time. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
The Lusaka City Council has announced that the issuance of tenancy agreement for Big Mama Market has commenced and priority has been extended to the first 150 traders who were relocated to temporary trading spaces in 2024 prior to the construction of Big Mama Market, formerly known as Munyaule Market. The first 150 traders will occupy blocks D and E, which are scheduled to open on January 15, 2026, while blocks A, B, and C will open in March once construction is completed. Council Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba says the issuance of tenancy agreements to the first 150 traders follows the assurance from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development in conjunction with the Lusaka City Council to prioritize the traders who were relocated prior to the commencement of construction of Big Mama Market. Ms. Mwamba says the lease awarded to Kadura Construction Limited includes the build, operate, and transfer provision to the Lusaka City Council as stipulated in the contract. She therefore says the issuance of tenancy agreements is being spearheaded by Kadura Construction Limited in conjunction with Chinika Ward 22 Area Councillor Masao Ngoma. Ends the business news. And in foreign news, U.S. forces have seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, President Donald Trump said, marking a sharp escalation in Washington's pressure campaign against Nicolas Maduro's government. Releasing a video of the seizure, Attorney General Pam Bondi described the vessel as a crude oil tanker used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. Caracas swiftly denounced the action, calling it an action of international piracy. Earlier, President Maduro declared that Venezuela would never become an oil colony. And in sports news, the debate over football's greatest player of all time is one that has rumbled across generations, but India has cast its vote. Fresh from leading Inter Miami to a historic MLS Cup, Messi is heading to India for a 3-day God tour. Accompanied by club mates Luis Suarez and Rodrigo de Paul, the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner will unveil a statue of himself in Kolkata on Saturday. Stand by for the weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening is mainly cloudy with isolated showers and occasional thunder. Ends the news, and that item brings us to the end. But before we go, a recap of the stories that